So today we're going to learn how to make realistic looking eyeballs. I was trolling the internet on how to make eyeballs as props. I'm currently in a play. I'm playing the Duke of Cornwall in King Lear. And there is a very gruesome scene, and here's a spoiler alert in case you haven't seen King Lear or read it, that the Duke of Cornwall gouges out not one but two eyes of someone that he believes has betrayed him. Anyway, in looking on YouTube, I couldn't find anything realistic, a tutorial on how to do that, so I used my own pantry and my imagination, and I was pretty pleased with the results. As you see here, you got not only the eyes, but also the nerve endings and the muscle as what would probably look like if you gouge someone's eyes out. Maybe they get a little bloodshot because a lot of pressure. You really have to dig in there to get it out. They just don't pop out like like a soda can or something. Anyway, so what I used here, of course, were green salad olives for the iris part, and then black olives for the middle pupil. And the main thing here is Longan fruit. It's an Asian fruit that looks like an eyeball. I was so pleased to find these. I was actually thinking about using lychees, but when I got to the Asian supermarket, I saw, oh my gosh, Logans look so much more like eyeballs than lychees. So I went for the Logans. Mixing up blood, red food coloring with a little cocoa. Just cocoa, not the hot cocoa mix, because it has milk and it'll be sour and it'll start stinking on stage and whatever. So when you add the cocoa with the red food coloring, it gets a more darker, richer red that's more realistic looking rather than a bright red. If you don't have red food coloring, you can use unflavored Kool-Aid packets, which are a really nice staining red. And speaking of staining, that's why I'm wearing these gloves, because this will stain your hand. Anyway, and then also just some angel hair pasta for the nerve endings and muscles. So what I did was to, you just get your lychees, and you see here, they come already pitted, which is perfect for putting in these olives. You just pop them in like that. And then you can get the black olives for the iris, and using a sharp knife, just cut out little squares with the round side of the black olive upwards. And what the magical thing is, you pop them in there, the shape of the olive will already make the pupil round, so it works perfectly. I'm so thrilled with that. I'm just so proud of myself. I love these, and they're edible too, which is great, because maybe on stage, if I'm feeling inspired, I'll like chomp down on the eyeball instead of stomping on it like the character's supposed to. I don't know, but either way, they're going to make great appetizers at the cast after party. I imagine we can put these in martinis. They'll be great. Anyway, so there you are. The biggest compliment too was that my son saw these sitting on the counter like this, and he didn't know what I was doing. He just saw this. He said he thought that I had went to the butcher and bought a head of an animal and popped out its eyeballs. Until upon closer inspection, he saw this. Oh, I forgot to mention, with the pasta, angel hair, what you want to do is you want to just get some microwave or heat up some hot water, and you just want to get it soft enough, about 3/4 of it, to get it a little limp, but keep about an inch uncooked or unsoftened. The reason for that is you want to stick it in the back of the lychee like that, and then because it's too hard to stick the limp noodles in the Longan, excuse me, not lychee, the Longan. So do that, and then just if it's still too stiff, you can just put some does that look beautiful? Just put some of that over it and pour some more fluid to keep it moist, and it will eventually soak up the moisture. But God, that looks so good. That mean, oh, and you know what's the inspiration of this? I've seen people use red yarn, but it still looks like red yarn. This looks so much like the real thing. Is 127 Hours, that movie where the guy had to cut off his own arm to get loose from the rock. He said that cutting into his arm, you know, he could see all the nerve endings, which looked like spaghetti. So that was the inspiration for that. Anyway, Halloween, stage props, just if you're sick, a sick person, it's all good. Even martinis, I think this is fabulous for martinis. Look at that. Great. Oh, look, and see how, oh, that's another thing. See how the Longan fruit have these like ridges? Just put a little bit of food coloring in there. Don't put the whole thing red because you want some of the white of the eyeball, but you want just the Longan fruit to run in the ridges there. Anyway, enjoy.